Well, it's exactly as I expected. Last week when I posted the video of Dr. LeBeau declaring nanosilver was a viable cure for Ebola, I also said that the AMA would fight this announcement tooth and nail so as to prevent the general population from finding out. They do this for two reasons, by the way. Number one, the drugs they invent heal no one, and they got to keep that hidden. They only mask the symptoms to keep you as a patient under their care. And number two, doing so allows them to make literally hundreds of billions of dollars annually in the USA alone. So, of course, a cure as simple as nanosilver is a threat to their profit margin and will be ridiculed and slandered left and right so as to keep their customers paying into their bulging coffers. But check out this article that just came out a few days ago. It actually came out on Friday, late Friday. But because the sun was going down, stuff like that, I didn't bother doing a video on it until today, which is, of course, Sunday. And the headline is, of course, Agency Issues Warnings Over Ebola Cures. All right, so now if we scroll down a little bit here, let me get, I think it's just under this. There it is. All right, right here. It says, Dr. LeBeau could not be reached for comment on Friday afternoon after the New York Times emailed her a series of questions. Two of her websites briefly became unavailable, then reappeared with headlines saying that they were under attack and directed readers to other sites selling a different product, Silver Solution. And then it says, Dr. Marie Paul Keeney, an assistant director general of the WHO, said that testing promising treatments doesn't mean that any crazy idea that people have, things that have been barely tested in anything, will now be brought to Africa to test on patients. This is absolutely out of the question. Now, before going further in the article, notice that her websites were hacked and the representative of WHO actually posted a bold-faced lie about nanosilver. Not only has it been tested and proven effective for generations and is still in use today in all nations of the world, including the USA, but the AMA used nanosilver exclusively in their infancy before coming up with man-made antibiotics, which they can control and make money on. Wherein today we now see the many facts that the real doctors of old warned about when they said that the people would eventually grow resistant to the drugs because they're unnatural have in fact come true. They're coming up with super antibiotics now and people just can't seem to get healed because stuff doesn't work. It's unnatural. The truth about nanosilver is the human body can't grow resistant to it. And another interesting fact here is that all obstetricians to this day still use nanosilver for the eyes of babies who are born of mothers with STDs so as to kill all the pathogens that may be in the tear ducts or in the area of the eyes that will cause blindness. You know, lie after lie is easily exposed as lies, yes, but the problem here is this. The AMA literally has hundreds of billions of dollars to launch numerous successful campaigns against the truth so that the majority of the people will follow their lead, and sadly, many are going to die for their loyalty for it. But getting back to Dr. LeBeau and the attack that's upon her, not only has her websites been hacked, notice what else is found in this article. If you scroll down a little bit more, where is it here? Okay, here, right here. It says, if you're going to say no to the healer who wants to use Eye of Newt to cure Ebola, you got to do it respectively or you're going to lose them, right? Okay, now, using the term Eye of Newt denotes quackery to an informed public, right? And yes, they did actually use the word quack in this article as well. Now, here's the thing. The proof is in the facts laid out in easy-to-research current events and even historic events. You would be hard-pressed to find a single record of people dying due to natural healing methods. You would also be hard-pressed to find someone riddled with side effects or even financial doom when using natural methods that are actually a fraction of the cost of AMA methods. Yet to date, the AMA has killed more people than all the wars of mankind combined. So again, the problem is they have all the money. And so when they are threatened, they can effectively shout quack. And those people without the desire to look into the dangers of modern medicine drop dead along with all the rest of them. Now, one more thing. Have you noticed how long the commercials are for the drugs that they sell on TV? I mean, they can no longer buy a 15 or 30-second spot to advertise their drugs because it takes at least 60 to 90 seconds alone just to list the lethal side effects of every drug they sell. But how many side effects are found in nanosilver when used as prescribed? None. Okay, one last thing. Check out this video of an interview of Dr. LeBeau. Among other interesting facts, The one interviewing Dr. LeBeau shows documentation that the Department of Defense not only knew about a cure for Ebola back in 2009, they actually tested and found nanosilver did in fact work. In fact, listen to what Dr. LeBeau says here at 3 minutes in, about 26 seconds into the video. Check this out.
Practice for many years. And I thought, I'll bet somebody has done research on Ebola and nanosilver. Let's see. So I went to the internet and I started doing some searching. And I discovered that the United States government is that somebody, and that this information is absolutely clear. The definitive solution, the definitive material that inactivates and neutralizes the Ebola virus at 10 parts per million. It's more effective at 10 parts per million than it is at 25 or 50 parts per million, which is interesting. So nanosilver at 10 parts per million was documented clearly by the Department of Defense in work declassified in 2009 as killing, people like to say, the Ebola virus.
So there you have it. Now, don't get me wrong. The AMA is not all bad, especially when it comes to the surgeons and so on and so forth. They can do things today that no one thought possible 20 years ago or even 10 years ago. These men and women are blessed. It's those doctors that push the drugs with the numerous side effects that have not been tested properly, and they're using humans as guinea pigs that make the AMA look bad and rack up all those dead bodies that more than anyone can imagine. And as we see by the videos of here, like Dr. LeBeau and others lately, it appears that the U.S. patented Ebola virus is their choice to use against the people for a multitude of reasons. If you've done any research on the executive orders written by Roman Catholic President John F. Kennedy, which were given life by Jesuit-trained William Jefferson Clinton, any pandemic, manufactured or natural, can now be used to enforce martial law. No, this doesn't appear to be their main means by which to enforce martial law, because in so doing would cost literally hundreds of millions of lives, if not billions of lives. But it is one of over a dozen ways now that they can use to enforce martial law across the globe, just like with these manufactured red flag situations, as we saw many times. Look what's going on in Ferguson right now, as a matter of fact. That being said, are you ready for what's already started to happen? Are you sure? And if you want some more information about the AMA, just go to remedygod.org, go to the warning section, and go to the AMA Insanity page. Okay, I have videos on here, of course, as well as some more information. But check out, there's information about the vaccines, as well as hundreds of articles on the AMA and all the mistakes and the problems with the drugs, right? So I hope and pray you were blessed. Please share this video with as many as possible. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching. God bless.